was against a good team in the Chiefs. So, yeah, I think the Chargers are legit. And I get what you're saying about them losing Worthy, and that is huge. But Mahomes looked great with his legs, made some big throws, but didn't, was clearly outplayed by Herbert. I thought Kelsey, too, he had the big touchdown catch, I know, but he obviously didn't, other than that, didn't make a huge impact on the game when they needed him. So now Hollywood Brown was pretty good for you guys, so that was big. But I thought the Chiefs, I expect them to look much better coming off the big loss in the Super Bowl.
The Chargers did exactly what I said the Chiefs were going to do. To be fair, I said Mahomes was going to throw for 300, and the game was going to end with him taking knees. Herbert threw for 300, and the game ended with him taking knees. So I'm not acting like I saw this coming, but I think it is.
Because Mahomes wanted to go out and get back to the old Mahomes. They wanted to make amends for that Super Bowl loss. They were the team that's used to big games that aren't normal, if you will, and the Chargers were the ones that were better.
Yeah, the AFC West is catching up. And I look at it in this way because when I watch, we talked about this, losing Xavier Worthy, it just threw their entire game plan off in this specific game. We haven't had the luxury of seeing this offensive unit, specifically this Chiefs offensive unit as a whole with Patrick Mahomes like once in the last few years. There's always been somebody missing that it makes someone else have to fill in and play a different role that they weren't ordinarily.
And now they're going to be playing Philly without Rice or Xavier.
Correct. However, like when I watch Patrick Mahomes, as great as he is, when I look at the things that we were hoping to see, like the down the field throws and the way he missed, the misses that he had, I don't see Justin Herbert missing like that. I don't even see Bo Nix. I'm not saying.
Then you didn't watch Bo Nix this weekend.
No. I'm talking about the deep ball. Like, it's something that we're seeing that's off with Mahomes, and a lot of it I think attributes to his skill set being just so above everyone else's. He has to dial in on, he talks about it himself, the details, the fundamentals of dropping back. He very seldomly gets the opportunity to drop back, play action pass, have a pocket, throw on rhythm, and go deep.
Well, so
we almost never see that. But everybody else, we see those types of things happen.
The question that I would have, because and maybe you're just telling me this is not what it was, because I saw him after Xavier went out, they put in a guy who, wasn't good enough to make Patriots team, Tyquan Thornton, in that spot. And on 2 plays, he overshot Tyquan Thornton. I read that as he's been practicing with the fastest guy in the league. Like, you know what I mean? The timing is, and he was not able to
but he got one.
Toggle it.
Did he miss?
He had one.
He got one.
The deep one he got was to Hollywood. Maybe he also got one to Tyquan. Okay, so I read it as not like his fundamentals were off, but it was he was calibrated for Xavier Worthy and didn't on the fly adjust to Tyquan.
And I read that same thing, but he is so great. I expect it doesn't matter when there's cushion like that, when there's separation. Oh, Mahomes got to make that throw.
Right.
Sure.
No matter
point
who
blank.
the receiver is.
Now,
yeah, there's still too much focus on the Chiefs here and not enough on the Chargers, and I just don't think that's fair. It's kind of a throwaway of like, I think the Chargers are a legit team, and hey, the Chargers surprised me, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, come on, man, what are we doing here? Seriously, what do we, and I'm so sick of just the injury talk, because when talking bigger picture, yes, that's fine. And to be fair, I feel comfortable discussing injuries. I feel comfortable discussing quality of teams, because it's something that I talk about all the time, no matter what side I'm looking at it, whether why a team is winning or why a team is losing. I'm comfortable in that, but I take issue when people want to downplay that or remove that from the conversation entirely, or play that card when it fits them. And this is why I keep going back to the Chargers versus Chiefs last season, because Justin Herbert, when he played the Chiefs, all right, on the road, missing his #1 weapon, rookie receiver Lad Mackey at that point, he played awesome. Okay, he's out there throwing to no one. His receivers are dropping balls left and right. If you remember, there were 2 huge drops in that game, and yet he still went 21 for 30, 70% completion percentage, 213 yards, 7 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, and had a PFF offensive rating of 89.9. He had 4 big time throws, right? So over 12%. His adjusted completion percentage would have been 82.1%. He was dealing with pressure. I mean, like he was doing everything he could there. Had a 101.1 rating, and yet nobody said, oh, well, what do you want him to do? He was missing a lot of pieces. They couldn't run the ball, blah. And he was doing this against an elite defense at the time. The Kansas City Chiefs defense was firing at all cylinders, at all cylinders. And then now, and listen, he outplayed Patrick Mahomes in that game too. Patrick Mahomes had way better pieces at this point. Pacheco was there. Kareem Hunt was there. Xavier Worthy was there. Travis Kelce was there. DeAndre Hopkins was there. Juju Smith-Schuster, et cetera, et cetera. So this wasn't like when they were in the heart of them really being a mess. And Mahomes, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, PFF offensive rating of 65.8. Only one, I was reading the wrong ones. 64.9% completion percentage, 210 yards, 1 touchdown, 5.7 yards per attempt, a 66.2 PFF offensive rating, 0 big time throws, and an 88.8 passer rating. And now fast forward to this. Justin Herbert absolutely balls out. 318 yards, 9.44 yards per attempt, 3 touchdowns, 73.5 completion percentage. Patrick Mahomes, on the other hand, 258 yards, 6.6 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, and a 79. Played worse than Justin Herbert did with a worse team. And we say, some injuries. What are you going to do? Xavier Worthy. But with Justin Herbert, we don't offer any of that. And like that kind of stuff's getting old, man. That stuff's kind of getting old, big time, big time. And Greg kind of said it a little bit with the deep ball passing, but it's not just deep ball passing. It's not just that. I mean, things were, Josh Allen was having receivers drop the ball all over the place. I mean, like, do you think things were perfect for these other teams? Like, of course not. Of course not. I mean, make the story Justin Herbert and that Chargers offense torching the Kansas City Chiefs. That's the story. I do believe Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs will be better offensively when they're fully healthy. Absolutely. Just like how after that game in December when the Chargers lost, I said, feel as if Ladd was there, there's probably a great chance they win that game. But no, they tried to say, no, Justin Herbert didn't make this throw at one point in the game. And it was like Justin Herbert was doing anything he could just to even remotely make that game winnable. The difference was Patrick Mahomes wins that game because his defense held the Chargers to, 17 points or whatever the heck the final score was. Yeah, 17 points. This time around when Justin Herbert was actually complete, their defense couldn't hold the Chargers to not, to 18 points, 17 points, 19 points. So there was really no real opportunity there. I mean, the Chargers left the door open for sure. They're the ones that made a couple mental mistakes here, not getting out of bounds and whatnot, having Hollywood Brown wide open. I mean, a lot of these stats are juiced up. And that's the thing too, like the throw to Hollywood Brown juiced up, the throw to Travis Kelce juiced up. I mean, like those were gifts. The points at the end of the first half because the rookie running back doesn't get down. Like if you play higher quality ball, more complete ball, it's like we don't even have a score remotely close at this point, or at least I shouldn't say remotely close, but winnable, because it obviously was still winnable for the Chiefs. So that still shows the growth and the progress that the Chargers still have, because you can't get away with that, especially if you're going to play a high quality team like the Chiefs, and certainly if they're healthier. But I'm like really sick of this narrative of just like, the Chargers won and hey, Justin Herbert played great. I'm not taking anything away from Justin Herbert, but injuries and 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 injuries. It's like, come on, go back and watch the clips from when Justin Herbert and the Chargers played the Chiefs on the road. Nobody was saying, what do you want Justin Herbert to do? They were injured. They were just like, see, Justin Herbert not good enough. Can't beat the Chiefs. Always losing to the Chiefs. It's like, wait a second. Are we serious here right now? I mean, even going into this game, someone like Nick was clearly saying, I don't think the Chargers are that good, and he doesn't have really good pieces, and the O-line's not that good, and his best weapon is, you know, a 6 foot second-year slot receiver. And it's like, all right. Well, you don't think that they have that good of an offense, and yet they absolutely torched the Chiefs defense. Justin Herbert was doing whatever the heck he wanted out there, and Justin Herbert absolutely, undeniably looked like the better quarterback, the more comfortable quarterback, the more accurate quarterback, the better decision-making quarterback. I mean, what does that mean? I don't know. You tell me. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert out-dueling Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.